The COVID numbers continuing to soar. The race to continue and vaccinate teachers is ongoing. It's now day 2 of the teacher vaccination rollout. The leadership of 5 teacher unions set to receive their vaccines today alongside the teachers. Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga will be today in Atteridgeville overseeing the protocols, including security, as more people and more teachers are flocking to get vaccinated. Well, I say flocking, Heidi Jokos. It seems that it's not maybe as many teachers flocking to these vaccination sites as expected. Now, Atteridgeville, just before you tell me what's happening there, a bit of a problem earlier in the week. The most number of cases in a day in that area back on Tuesday. So a major concern in the area for the general public, but of course for teachers as well.
Yes, certainly, Gareth. And when we were actually driving in, I was telling cameraman Shahid that I'm impressed that most people were wearing their masks. It's something that we don't see often with people walking in the streets. But I think the alarming number in the province has everybody with their guard up and trying to practice as many non-pharmaceutical measures as possible. But speaking to the issue of teachers getting vaccinated, we do know that the Basic Education Minister, Angie Motshekga, has arrived. She is inside, but there are just too many people inside. We will head in there shortly after this. But day 1, we know a preliminary report shows that about 48,000 education staff have been vaccinated on day 1, with the exception of Limpopo province not vaccinating as yet. We do know they expect to do this over the weekend and next weekend. They have a different vaccination plan for educators. The Western Cape also not vaccinating many people, just 30, and this of course has to do with the fact that they did not receive their full stock of vaccines on time to administer the vaccine. The Northern Cape, we do know, did not vaccinate as many people as expected. They had the lowest number of vaccines administered. This is due to the fact that they got some of their mobile sites to smaller parts of the province, and KwaZulu-Natal administering the most number of vaccines when it comes to the education sector. So many saying it's not good enough. It's still a very low number. If you look at how many we still need to vaccinate, it's 582,000 in the education space, and we still have about, from my calculation, about 532,000 that we still need to vaccinate in the education space. The timeline has been 14 days. So we'll just have to wait and see. But as you can see, Gareth, the minister is having a seat. We'll most likely be seeing a short little briefing or explanation of how this is going to roll out. We do know union leaders have come here, heads of departments and other officials within the education space to come and get their vaccine today. It's a huge move, Gareth, for government to prioritise those in education, given their exposure every single day. But we do know that they, of course, need to increase the numbers, because if you look at the infection rates, it's an alarming one, especially in Gauteng province.
It's a big issue as well, though, isn't it, this vaccination apathy? There's a couple of ways of describing it, especially with the teachers, and it's a good case study to look at as far as teachers are concerned. If teachers, which are obviously a much smaller part of the vaccination population, some of them aren't keen to do it. What has government said, Heidi? I know it's a difficult question. What has government said they're going to try and do and convince those people who don't want the jab to come out and do it? They can't simply say that the jab is safe, it'll protect you from COVID. Nearly everybody is not buying that story. There's too many people who don't want to take it.
Yes, and I think it's also got to do with the fact that there have been so many setbacks with the vaccine rollouts in the country. First it was AstraZeneca, then Johnson & Johnson was put on hold, and just delays of delivering the vaccine. Many people have raised questions as to what exactly is going on. But when we posed this question to Gauteng education spokesperson Steve Mabona yesterday, as well as Elijah, who is the national spokesperson for education, we did get a sense that indeed they are seeing many.
Heidi, I'm going to interrupt you for a moment. Heidi, I'm going to interrupt you. I can see Angie Motshekga talking behind you. Not sure if you want to turn around and see if we can pick up on that.
I say I want to thank you most sincerely for leading the campaign, for assisting us with your own resources, to really get the teachers to appreciate the value of this vaccination. So I'm very excited to see the real senior leadership of our unions here, which really confirms the fact that the vaccination process is supported. And I have no doubt, because I know you're using your own resources, your time, you supported us. Yesterday we had a few hitches, but because you were behind us and your provincial structures were everywhere I went, things went very well. So when we had difficulties, they were there to unblock. When there were delays, they were there quickly to assist us. So thank you very much for coming. I've had my over 60 jab. I can assure you, those who are President, you don't feel anything. The needle is very thin, no pains. I never had any side effects, so I'm sure you all enjoyed the jab. But I really thought I should thank you. Thank you for all the support.
So Gareth, I'm not sure if you're still with us, but we do understand the Minister just thanking everybody for being here. Just be careful. The Minister just thanking everybody for being here, and of course saying it's not sore and everybody must just remain calm, given that there is a bit of a fear with that needle.
Yeah, it's quite a long needle, isn't it? But as we heard from the Education Minister, it's not actually that sore at all. Heidi Jokos, thank you very much indeed. We'll leave you to carry on with that briefing, and we'll be back to you a little bit later. I thought we'd just jump in there quickly and hear what Angie Motseka had to say. So Heidi Jokos in Atteridgeville. We're back to her a little bit later. It's a